Halloween, ladies and germs. Welcome back to the Pick It and Flick It podcast Halloween extravaganza. We have made it.
Wow.
To the very end.
Amazing.
15.
All 31.
Yeah, we were going to do 31, but like I told them, that was never going to happen. But we made it halfway.
We could have done
15 glorious episodes, spanning quite a variety of different movies, I would say. I'm Luke.
My name is Vox.
I'm Natasha.
And we talked about the 1982 classic Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
I've only seen this movie one other time.
Okay.
I remember it, too, because I remember halfway through I was like, what is going on here?
So this movie is one of my personal favorites. Been for a long time.
You sincerely like this movie.
I really do like this movie.
Oh, man.
And I know it's not good, so we'll start that off. So, again, this was one of my first reviews on youtube.com/confusedreviews.
Straight plug.
And I think that review is over 4 years old, and even then, I praise it quite a bit, and my opinion hasn't changed too much. I love it for what it is. It's a complete mess, but I also really love it. So
can we roll back just a minute and explain
how we got here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you saw this little movie. It's an underground thing. It was called Halloween.
Oh. No, I never saw it.
You know,
What's Halloween?
I don't know. It was a movie that came and went. You know, never got any sequels. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone knows this. Halloween was a fucking massive success in every sense of the word. So what do you get when you make a successful movie? You're going to get some sequels. So John Carpenter didn't even want to do 2, but they said, hey, money. So we got Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is both really good and really bad, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But after Halloween 2, Michael Myers was obviously burnt to shit, and he was done. So John Carpenter decided, we're done with that. I didn't even want to do another one. From here on out, every Halloween sequel is going to be an anthology, different, unrelated story every time. So, like, once every Halloween, I guess, we were going to get a new one. I don't know why they started with this wacky fucking mess of a concept. I think not only if they would have started with 2 with the whole different story, I think people would have took to it a little better.
Yeah.
It also wasn't advertised very well that this is what it is, and for years it was known as that bad movie that didn't have Michael Myers in it.
With the same title.
Right.
Is it just called Halloween because it's a Halloween? It's based around Halloween?
No, it was meant to be in the same series, but every subsequent movie was going to be some other. It was going to be like basically like Tales from the Crypt or one of those like anthology shows, but in movie form.
I mean,
it's pretty ambitious, honestly.
I feel like he could have done that without branding it Halloween.
Right, and that's the argument that I made long ago, was that if this movie would have just been called like Season of the Witch, I don't think it would have been nearly as hated as it was.
Right.
Because people hated this fucking movie when it came out.
Dude, people hate this fucking movie now.
Right. It still has like a 4.9 on IMDb,
it's
which
bad.
I don't think is deserving at all.
No.
I wore my Halloween shirt with Michael Myers on it.
And lo and behold,
only saw him on the TV screen for like 0.5 seconds.
Right. Which I think is, looking back on it now, I think that's a pretty decent way of actually bridging it into it. If this only would have been the second movie, or they would have, like, I don't know, advertised that was what it was.
I got a lot of conflicting thoughts about this bitch, man.
That's
my
fair.
brain is like, what
right.
the fuck?
This movie's not for everyone. That's how I have to start this before I go on to say why I like it, because it is very, very silly. The concept is very outlandish and wild. Mm-hmm. But I think it has enough good in it that it's definitely one of, if not my favorite, of the Halloween sequels, including all the ones with our boy Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't necessarily enjoy the build or concept of this movie,
Okay.
but I think as an individual storyline, it kind of reminds me of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, kind
know?
of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, even Night of the Creeps, which also has Tom Adkins. Movies like that where people get taken over almost.
Yeah,
and
I also got like a small Stephen King vibe from it.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like some weird,
cute little small town
stuff
creepy
happening, and
Yeah.
so I'm okay with that.
Right.
And I get the nods thing, but I don't know. I think my issue is I have to separate it now from the Halloween series because even though it is part of it, I don't want it to be. So that's where
Which I wouldn't even say it is.
I went into it because you even said Michael Myers is not in this movie and people were mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went into it and just your verbiage of it, us going in and, warning us. I wasn't expecting a Halloween type movie. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I like anthology movie.
And that was all I told you. I didn't say masks were turning
Mm-mm.
kids' heads into reptiles and shit. I literally just said Michael Myers isn't in this. Be ready for what's happening. And I think that's the best way to kind of prepare someone who hasn't seen it like you haven't. Because otherwise you're going to be watching it going, where are all the things that should be in this movie that aren't?
Yeah, when's Michael Myers going to show up and murder people?
And I couldn't imagine how fucking confusing this had to have been for someone in 1982 when this movie came out.
And I mean, and it covers all the bases too. It's got like the not so much jumps, but like the creeps and the eeks with the reptiles
Especially with the
and
sound,
the bugs, and then the kind of like spaces out there sound, and it's got like the little bit of gore, a little bit of brutality,
some really good death scenes.
Yeah,
in this
so
one.
I'm like, okay, it's got all of the things that you're looking for in that kind of movie. It's just not the movie you expected to see when you go see a Halloween movie.
Because for years, that was the only argument that I would hear from people on why this movie was bad.
Right.
Was, Michael Myers isn't in it. Okay.
Oh yeah, right.
Michael Myers isn't in a lot of movies.
But there are there are a few movies out there where he isn't in it at all. So
what?
He's not even mentioned.
No, yeah, I don't remember seeing him in The Godfather or anything like that.
Oh jeez, I thought he was.
Yeah, he was. He was an extra.
Doesn't he say, "Here's my little friend" or something like that?
That's Scarface. So you're not even. You don't even know.
My little friend.
You don't even know what he's talking about.
Here's my little friend.
I thought I liked. It was a different idea.
Right. It's
something I've never seen before. Something I definitely wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
See, and like that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't necessarily not like the movie for what it is. I didn't like the movie because it has Halloween slapped on it.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you need to get past that.
I know.
But if Luke would have just been like, we're gonna watch this movie.
Yeah. Say I just started it.
He would have not. Does it even say Halloween in the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he would have skipped that part.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
would've-
No, I'm just.
Would you have liked?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on board with that. 100%. It's just. It's out there too.
Yes.
Like,
It's very strange.
Why all of a sudden in this takes place in the Michael Myers universe? Like is this okay?
Well, because it's a movie in the movie, so I would say no.
I mean, I would say it's well.
Well, he's not. I don't think he's a real guy or anything.
But if you're watching a movie, if you're in a movie and you're watching a movie, isn't that the same universe? Because we're in the same universe as.
What?
I don't know.
I'm confused now. I don't.
My brain.
No,
Because
I don't
we
think
saw
Michael Myers exists.
Because we
Is what I'm
saw
getting
on
at.
the TV though
That he was watching Halloween.
the
yeah.
Halloween movie. was
Two
playing,
different times we see Halloween.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
I think you're very held up on this fucking title thing, and it's
No.
really hindering your ability to like this movie.
No, I did like the movie. I think it was kind of interesting how like we allude in the beginning to robots.
Yeah, they
being
really
able
set it up
to-
nice.
Being able to break things down. I loved the fact that the mortician was, well, we just got a bunch of car parts. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on because the guy lights himself on fire and
Yeah.
blows himself up. And then we see, so there's like three things going on. We see this doctor and his love interest are trying to figure things out. And then we have a mortician that's trying to figure things out. And then we have just like this chaotic company, factory, blasting people's faces off and bugs crawling out of them and turning people into reptiles. It's like,
I got a real like Walt Disney vibe from him this time when I was watching it.
Yeah?
I was like, he's kind of reminding me of Walt, Just kind of, he's always whimsical, but behind the scenes, he's a little shady and
Yeah.
a little scary.
Not really about it.
Well, you guys had mentioned it. I know we talked about this last episode, but like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory esque because
Willy
he was
Wonka,
so like excited about what was going on, and there was like a whole museum and stuff. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think
Colonel Cochran.
I think it was laid out
Connell
pretty
Cochran,
well.
however you say it.
And I think the kind of detective work, if you will, that lays out the way that the movie goes through, that's really nice. My big kind of issues with the movie, seriously.
Let's hear it.
Acting in this movie is just...
Yeah, there's some...
It is just terrible.
The girl who plays Ellie is by far the worst.
I thought the ex-wife was the worst, Linda.
Oh, no, don't... Come on, don't say that to my girl Nancy.
Oh, God.
She was bad.
She's in the original Halloween.
What do you mean? You're
Well-
not going to be home?
I mean, that's just women for you. I don't know what you want.
No.
Yeah. She was in Halloween 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Well, she was dead in part 2. She just was on the
Spoiler
stretcher.
alert.
Yeah, sorry for this over 40-year-old movie.
Yeah, fuck off at this point.
Oh, my God. It's going to be 50 soon.
Oh,
That's
man.
scary.
Jeez. So, yeah, acting to me...
Speaking of acting, can we talk about Adkins? The fucking goat, man. Tom Adkins is something else. Not only is he just slaying the game in this movie, I think every female character he's either been with or is with during the movie.
Yeah.
Because he dated the mortician, his ex-wife, the little girl,
God.
And then the nurse, he told her that he should have
and then the nurse,
her
yeah.
and
Yeah,
touched
and
her ass.
slapped her ass.
I'm pretty sure every female character aside from Jamie Lee Curtis's voice, our boy Tommy is around.
You're gonna
Well,
be
not what's her face, the one that Monica or whatever, Marsha. What's her name?
Marsha.
The one that
Marsha.
dies.
Oh.
The blast.
Marge.
Marge.
Okay.
I was kind of
Large
close.
Marge.
Large Marge. You know who
Large
he gives
and
me?
Marge.
Ooh.
You know who I get a little bit of vibes from him?
Who?
A little bit of Burt Reynolds in him.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I can dig
with
that.
the mustache, kind of like
He's a suave dude.
yeah, comb back hair, kinda, able to
Unbuttoned
get
shirt.
able to get the women.
Well, because I was thinking about it, that's you don't too often get like a older male protagonist in these type of movies. It's usually like a young girl is the
Or a teen group or
yeah.
something.
So it at least did something different there. I think Tom Adkins is great.
Yeah, a little different.
Great mustache, and we get to see his ass. So what more do you need in this one?
And we almost got a tasteful titty.
Almost.
We almost got a tasteful titty, but it didn't. Quite
We were too
make
busy watching a girl get her face peeled off,
Yeah.
and bugs come out of it.
Yeah, it
So,
didn't. It
what
didn't
can you
quite
do?
Make it there. Aside from the acting, I don't think there was much more that I was just like, this is not doing it for me.
Yeah, because like even the story, as outlandish as it is, they explain it enough to where you can go, oh, that makes sense. Like they set up Stonehenge in the beginning, saying like someone took it. How do they do that?
Right.
That's comes out later in the movie as they're like scraping pieces off, and
Yep.
that's what is going into the mask tags and like shit like that. Like I don't know how they thought of this up.
It's very, like I said,
It's really out there.
very stretched out. It's very wide on any possibility you could possibly imagine.
His goons, instead of just being like guys, they're fucking robots
Robots,
filled
just
with
like-
orange juice for some reason.
Just
like
like
I don't
walking
know what the
around
fuck is happening.
tearing people's
filled
heads
with honey
off.
mustard.
It's Dijon.
To be honest with you, the whole Stonehenge thing, in no way, shape, or form would I have ever thought that
No.
rocks from 1 billion years ago that were placed here by
Right.
aliens were
Allegedly.
Yeah, but you're not
Yeah.
a witch, so you're not thinking like a witch.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
literally
All right.
witchcraft
All
meets
right, I get it. I
modern
get it.
computers and a couple scary masks, and you got yourself a movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's talk about the score.
I didn't like it.
Oh, get the fuck out of
I
here.
won't lie to you. I didn't really like it.
Okay.
It was really beat boopy to me.
Yeah?
Like, if we're going to make a full circle here
I was just about to rev up to it.
and go back to the guest. The guest,
What a movie.
sure, it was modernized as far as the music go, but it wasn't like this repetitive, like really sharp and not really ear pleasing tones. See, this movie, Season of the Witch, man, it was really beep boopy.
The reaction
what is going on?
sound, I guess, the one that we keep hearing. I really like it.
I don't like it.
It's freaky.
Nah, man, it hurts my ears.
But speaking about The Guest real quick, which you should go listen to that podcast if you haven't, and go watch the movie, the 3 silver shamrock masks are in the end of that movie.
Yeah.
See how it all comes full circle?
So was he, when the guy that made The Guest, did he get inspiration from?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
like big inspiration? Or
this is what I meant when I said that he had a real John Carpenter style.
Yes.
Is stuff like this.
Oh, I feel it.
Is early 80s John Carpenter. This obviously was written and directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who
obviously
is the GOAT in many ways.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
I'm still learning, okay?
He did Fright Night, Assault on Precinct 13. He was involved in all this stuff.
I've seen all those. Yep.
You haven't seen Fright Night?
No.
I can see the cover in my head, but I've never seen it.
Huh.
Wait, is Colin Farrell in that movie?
That's the remake. We're not talking about that one.
Okay.
Fucking McLovin's in that one. We don't need to talk about it.
No.
Come on, Tosh. We're not talking about that one.
I'm sorry.
We're
We're not talking about either of those. But
we don't need to talk about that is what I meant.
To go back to the masks, though, I really like the masks. In fact, I want those masks because they look high quality as fuck.
So what I was telling you was they were made by Don Post, that's the company, and the witch and the skeleton already existed, but they said what's another pretty popular Halloween thing? Jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
And I honestly think like Tosh was saying, I think a few more in the mix would have kind of helped me believe that everyone would have one a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen skateboarding jack-o'-lantern ballerina before, but that was in this movie.
Yeah. I'm all about it, though.
I dig them.
I'm all about it.
They're really cool.
I just don't see all these kids in America wanting the same mask. It just doesn't make sense.
I'll give it to them.
Because every Halloween, when I was growing
I'll
up
give it to 'em,
and now, I want to be something different than other people. I don't want to be...
Yeah, I get it, but if we're thinking about it that way, not just about Halloween, if we're talking about like trend setting for kids, everyone wanted a Stretch Armstrong in the 80s. Everyone wanted a Rubik's Cube.
Everyone wanted a fidget spinner.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted those silly bands. Like
so
every dumb fucking fad that there can be. Yeah.
So this was a fad in this movie. In this universe it was, and everyone's like, I want that mask.
Which one's your favorite?
Okay, so I'm always a skull guy.
Okay.
I always am a skull guy.
I think I don't like the eye holes part of the skull.
Yeah, the witch is a close second.
Okay. I was gonna say the pumpkin's probably my favorite.
No,
Jack-o'-lantern.
I think
really
the skull and the witch.
Okay.
I like
Not a
the
big
witch.
jack-o'-lantern guy, man.
Okay. I just think that one looks the coolest. It's real simple. Pretty
Because
slick.
you like Sam.
I do like Sam.
Yeah,
Sam's a cool guy.
Yeah, I feel you.
He's made a pumpkin.
Yeah, so that's even more of a reason to want that mask. I have my verdict ready to roll.
I do too.
I thought about this. We've talked about it. I don't have a whole lot of negativity to say.
Yeah,
there wasn't, to be honest, a whole lot of positivity to say. It was just like one of them movies.
Really?
But I think it was a healthy one to end on. It wasn't like completely crazy obnoxious like some of the ones that we've seen this month. And it also wasn't really that bad,
right?
Like some of the ones.
And the reason I wanted to end off our Halloween extravaganza with this movie is this is one of the few movies that I would say is a Halloween movie. And what I mean by that is, it's Halloween night. I'm sitting at home, jack-o'-lanterns burning outside, and I'm watching a scary movie. What am I gonna watch? This, the original Halloween, The Thing.
Friday.
Friday 4, I would say, is on that list. Trick or Treat and The Guest.
Oh,
that's probably my list of Halloween feeling movies to me.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, and this movie was based on Halloween.
Yeah.
Like based around Halloween. The whole movie was leading up to Halloween. So.
Sure.
With the glorious earworm catchphrase song that we somehow haven't mentioned a single time yet.
Well, I'm very happy about
Happy Halloween.
Oh, never mind.
Halloween.
Who would have thought that throwing London Bridge is falling down with some spooky lyrics, and now you'll be thinking about that every day of your life.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning crying.
Yeah.
It's gonna be burned into my.
You're gonna call me like, you
ears.
fucking asshole.
I can't believe you did that.
I haven't slept a wink because I'm singing the fucking Silver Shamrock song.
He's gonna wake me up to it.
God.
Tomorrow.
No, I'm over that shit. Luke.
Yes.
How do we rate things around here?
We rate them with a pick or a flick.
Really?
Yeah,
That's the name of the show, though.
that is the name of the show. Yeah,
That's
you're real
crazy.
perceptive.
Wow, thank you. I'm trying real hard.
What did you think before we jump into that of the scene with little Buddy getting his head turned into bugs? Because that's probably my favorite scene in the movie.
It's so weird.
It's very strange.
It's so weird, but I think they really hit the nail on the head when it comes to the creepiness.
That scene scared the shit
That's
out
what
of
I'm
me
saying,
when
like,
I was younger.
I feel like they could. You mentioned the first time we see the bug crawl out of the chick's mouth, and it made you itchy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's something that they really targeted well.
Yeah.
So to turn someone into a snake,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
some bugs and some fucking.
yeah. What a weird. I don't know.
It's
man.
a
What
weird
what
concept.
Fucking weird ass concept, you know.
But what did you give Halloween 3?
You should definitely pick this.
Okay.
You should definitely see this movie.
Yeah.
It is fucking weird, but I would definitely suggest watching it. Tasha.
Pick it
Yeah?
for sure.
I mean, you already know.
Yeah, Luke says no. Don't watch this.
Yeah.
movie.
Don't ever watch it. No, I'm kidding. Watch this fucking movie.
On top of our pick and flick ratings, we also like to give a little bump and align it on a 1 to 10 scale. So
Just
you can
to help you out a little more.
You gotta reference where we're at. So, Luke, do the honors. Start here.
I would give this a strong 7 out of 10.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it does have quite a bit wrong with it. But I just love this movie, and you know what? I'm fine with saying that.
Okay. That's totally fine. Tasha.
I'd say 6.5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I reconsidered. When we finished upstairs, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I know what I'm giving this movie. And then I thought about it a little bit more, and if I take the Halloween name off of it, just as a movie in itself, I'm gonna give this thing a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
So I was giving it a little bit lower than that.
I was thinking you were gonna give it like a 3.
No,
just,
no.
Just to be annoying.
No. Nope, not annoying. This is definitely not in the 3 area.
Right.
Would You Rather is in the 3
Would you
area.
rather sucks?
Yes. This movie I could probably watch again and get a kick out of it.
Yeah. This.
If I have to watch Would You Rather one more time, I think I'm gonna lose my shit.
I wonder what we could have gotten had this either been the second movie or they would have went with something else to begin with. Because I feel like we could have got some really good stuff out of it.
I feel like
If he would have just made this its own.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what one thing I think I really wish he would have done is just made like this a separate anthology series, not slap a name with
'cause
Halloween on it.
The original script was written by a guy named Nigel Neal.
Okay.
And he had his name removed because they went back in and Dino De Laurentiis, who helped get the Evil Dead sequels off the ground,
Yeah.
said, we need more slasher things in this slasher movie. So that's why they went back and they added in a bunch more deaths and shit like that, I'm sure. So he said, all right, take my name off the movie. And now he's uncredited.
Well, I don't
And
blame
he wrote
him.
like the whole thing.
I don't blame him, but it's like if they would have been like you said, if they would have just called this Season of the Witch and gave like 3 different movies as an anthology layout, I think it would have been way easier to comprehend.
Right.
Instead of walking into a Halloween 3, the sequel of Halloween 2 movie, expecting Michael Myers to
just
slash someone's face off.
Saying like from the creator of
Yeah,
Halloween,
absolutely. And I think I
instead
would have
of-
even said that was easier to watch if
Yeah.
that was the case from the creators, from the minds of, from whatever, you know. But that's where we're at.
But it failed. Everyone hated it. And then in 88, we got Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Don't worry, guys. He's back now.
yeah, he's not
He's
dead.
actually here.
And now here we are in 2021 almost, and we're still getting the same fucking movie.
Sequels
Yeah,
and-
2 years ago today I saw the new Halloween.
So there you go. Maybe we'll see Halloween Kills in this lifetime, but you never know.
Hey, you know, they've said a lot of movies aren't going to come out, and they end up doing that. So we'll find out.
We'll see.
We'll find out. I think we should thank everyone for chugging through all this if they did.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you for if you actually did.
This was a hell of a marathon for us.
It was.
We went through a lot of shit on this.
Yeah, we did.
You know, we watched a lot of movies. I mean, 15 movies is a lot.
It is
Is
a
a
lot,
lot
yeah.
to sit down to write notes on and then to come talk about it for at least a half hour.
And
Takes a
there's
long time.
always next year, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be back.
We'll be starting in August.
I would. I expect there to be a bit of a delay between now and our next movie, but don't worry, we do plan on recording more.
Yes.
seeing new things that come out. And
Hopefully a certain Aaron Sorkin movie will be the next one, but you never know.
Spoiler alert.
That's all I'm giving them.
And who knows? We might have another discussion because we still planned on doing our Star Wars predictions for the
Mandalorian.
For the Mandalorian and for the continuation of the universe, just like we did with our Marvel.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
And DC one. So until then. Give me something good.
Don't wear suspicious masks from Irish people.
Tasha?
Wishing you a very haunted Halloween.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Happy Halloween, kids.
Okay.